It's your girl, Queen of Coco, back in these social media streets, ready to discuss Baddies Africa. And we just getting into this next segment, child. And Dolly is already on the bus, letting the new girls, is it Kay Rixan? She's like, they asking her, how, Summer asked them, do she mess with the trio? They kind of caught off guard, but they're like, yeah, they like the loyalty. And then they like, is there anybody you don't like? She's like, DTB. To which Dolly replies and said, yeah, she don't like her either, which I don't like that in the Coco spear, child. Anyway, she says she don't like her either. And she has already beat her up and Ivory up, child. Then evidently, Dolly, I guess, give props where props is due. I'm too old to know who, I don't know right now. But anyway, she says, that, she talks about her experiences of a Kold Killa music. And evidently, Kold Killa is saying the tea is that DTB and Tink, I guess, took her music. Is this true? I hope not, because I don't like, I don't like that shit. Like, what's that on Belly? When he eating that banana, they pass by here. I don't like that. Now, that's one thing I don't like. Intellectual properties, child. I don't like that at all. But let's get into it. In real talk, Fania, I don't know if I'm saying her right. Is it Fania? Fania? Child, I don't know. She got the right response. She peeped game, like, what Dolly is saying. And don't get me wrong, I'm a Dolly fan, but I just don't think, even if you whoop somebody or you felt that you win, I don't know, I wouldn't really be proclaiming it like that. Because on that reunion, it was some ties as well. Although I was proud of Dolly that Dolly held her own, at the same time, it's something to be said about humility. You just kind of don't proclaim, all your titles like that. But Fania, she kind of peeped game and she's like, she's on the bus saying this and that. And I'm really just trying to peep the scene, which that's what you should do, because we don't know what's going to happen later, if you're going to be still cool with them later or not. And see, soon as I said that, the tide quickly shifts, because when Fania speak her mind and she kind of calls some out, like about what she's saying, like she don't know if she really stand on business, that's just her opinion. Then it kind of turned into where that question is like, do y'all mess with the trio? And they like, what is it? Kold Killa, like, yeah. And then Dolly kind of questioned like, y'all all together? And they like, yeah. But then it turned into Dolly like, oh, well, she said we're the originals or OGs or something. And Fania kind of calls it out. So right now I'm kind of feeling Fania logic, because she kind of is standing on business regardless of the situation, of what she actually believes and what she actually thinks. And she's not anxious to fall or align with any clique, because when you anxious to do that, then you real scary. And she does bring up the point, like last year y'all was talking about the OGs doing that. And that's, and so I don't understand it too much from Dolly. And, Dolly does clean it up, once Fania kind of points that out subtly. And she says, basically they not on that. They not necessarily OGs. They not newbies. They, somewhere in the middle. So that was at least good, because I was like, okay, she just was giving Kold Killa they props. I hope it's not just to go to the left that quick. The only thing she makes a designation on is she said that they are the original trio. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Now, they did get they pub as the big three. And if you the big three, that's not the original trio. It's just you're the big three based on your fighting abilities, your loyalty to one another. There's many things that make them the big three. But it detracts from it when we start proclaiming things. And then what you kind of didn't like about the OGs is almost like that might be what you are becoming. I don't want that for Dolly. Like, not at all, because I like Dolly and I ride for Dolly, but I just got to call it like how I see it. Child. And, it just can't get on track. Because I think Summer is still feeling some kind of way about, if Fania says her name in this next segment, let me get it right, child. It just cannot get on track, because when we thinking they not going to go there, they do go there. Because Summer kind of just calls Fania any random name, and Fania standing on business is like, no, my name is Fania. And then you got Kold Killa like, huh? What? Like, And at this point, it's seeming like something is gonna pop off. But I'm watching this real time, so hang in there with me, ciao. And of course, who gets the party started is Summer. She's really, letting them know that she don't care about nobody's name or what have you. Kold Killa, like her name kind of fits her because she kind of sizes it up and she takes up for her friend. But before she know it, Summer gets up and starts swinging on her. The only thing, Kold was about that, but she was saying what up, when she just probably should have been, swinging. That's all. Then the fight jump off between both crews. However, what Summer says in the sidebar to me is not quite accurate. She says that they jumped in like it was jumping. It wasn't jumping. Summer was still talking what she was saying, that she liked Fania or whatever. And, they still talking noise. And then Fania went to took her turn. And then the fight broke loose between all of them. But really, Summer didn't get jumped. She was fighting each one of them individually. So I don't know. That's where this big three thing, I like the loyalty, but then it's kind of empowering Summer in that she kind of can attack anybody because she got, Big Legs got really hands and Dolly do too. Summer, okay, big personality, but okay. And she know that they gonna have her back. So I don't really know about this part because I feel like the other crew, Fania and Kold Killa and them was just taking up for themselves. Now the other girl, I don't know her name in the middle, but she just was screaming over a name. Maybe she about that, but she seeming like we gonna give her some time. But just as I say that, she do switch up gears and she get in the paint. We at least with her voice. We're gonna see what it do when they get in the house. And one thing she does say though is that, some of them felt threatened. And I'm gonna have to say so. I ain't gonna say necessarily Big Legs because she was hanging back. Or maybe, and I ain't gonna say, well, no, I'm gonna have to say Summer and Dolly, because Dolly, it was kind of in her conversation when she said that their original trio, like they were competing with them, like those girls could come in together and be friends, like trying to stop they shine before they could get started. I don't really like that. I don't really like that. I just, even though I mess with Dolly, I don't like that part. And then, I don't know, it was giving threatening. It was giving hating. Sorry, I just had to say. I have to say, on Summer part, and you don't never want to come off like this, like it was really for me giving jealousy. Them some really cute girls that ain't where Summer's not cute. She's trying to assert her dominance, but it's giving jealousy. Like over a name, it's like you wanted to assert your dominance. I don't know. I ain't rocking with this, not too much. Dolly got her back. I don't think Dolly would be jealous. I think she just backing up her homegirl. However, sometimes you got to tell your homegirl to chill, But good for these young ladies. They weren't scared. It's the second round of the trios. The second scene, the battle of the trios. And really, this wouldn't have even been a thing had they let these ladies get in the house. What is it? Kold, Kay, Vixen. What am I? No, the names is a little much for me. I'm sorry. Rixan and Fania, which Fania for me right now is the real MVP because she started out calm and cool, but she was willing to stand on business. And Kold K is basically telling them like, you're hating. And that's why I don't like females that hate. I hate men. I shouldn't say hate is a strong one, but you got these men out here in these streets that be hating. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to change, y'all. But you got men, you got women, you got people that just be hating on GP. I don't like what people hate. And it's really giving hating. You know what I'm saying? Kold K is not wrong when she's saying that Summer is hating. Because where is all this coming from? It's like, let me stop. I'm kind of intimidated by y'all. So I got to speed myself up to show that we are still the big three. And, like you don't want to let anybody else shine. And when you shine, you can shine without putting somebody else down, without talking down on their name, without trying to influence others. I don't respect it. You know, I respect the people that can stand 10 toes on their own. Some of y'all got to stand with a group. You got to be with a group. You got to roll with a group. You got to be accepted by a group. But you can't stand on your own. On your own, you lame. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't like it for Summer, Dolly, and Big Lex. Big Lex ain't really in the mix like that. She ain't saying much, but she definitely having her girls back. But she's the heavyweight. And you know, there's something to be said about the loyalty that exists with the big three, where they gonna ride for each other, whether right or whether wrong. But I want to see these one-on-one fights with Summer and them. I don't know if they can really take Bad Dolly, but one thing we see about Fania is that she holding her own and she not scared.